Welcome to Trading Lounge and the SP500, and I'm going to start with the tick chart today. From this reference point here, this wave 4 here, last time we spoke we were looking at wave 1 and 2 here and 1 and 2 here, and the market's moved up nicely through here. This wave 4 has dropped down quite low through here, hasn't really overlapped wave 1 here, but certainly significant. But however, the structure to the upside is just not finished, so we have to label this as 1 here and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves up here for wave 3, and 4 and 5 for the third wave here, and the fourth wave here with an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave for the B wave, and then 5 waves down here for the C wave of wave 4, then wave 1 here, and wave 2 pulling back into this little box here, the 61.8% retracement level here. You could probably buy on the 29.20 here. The safer trade would be looking at 29.30 as support. Taking these tops out here would be the safe trade, and taking it up to 29.50. We'll be looking for 5 waves up, 1 and 2, and 3, 4 and 5 here, and that should give us the top of wave 5 here. So but one of the problems with this, I mean, I can see that this structure here, you know, realistically based off the first wave here, the third wave could take us to the 29.50, stretching it a little bit, you know, wave 4, and then wave 5 maybe up to here, but it should really be sort of pulled up into the 3,000 area through here. That's what I would sort of imagine, because on the, just before we leave this though, and get into that, that's basically where we are. We're looking for 5 waves up here. On the cash market, that particular pattern that we're looking at is here, so we can see that we've got 5 waves up here for wave 1, sharp wave 2, and then we've got wave 1 in here and wave 2 here, a bit of a long story, but all the way up here for the top of the third, and an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, and then moving up here for wave 1 and pulling back to 29.20 here as wave 2. May not pull all that way down the cash market depending where the futures end up, and so on. But this structure to the upside is not completed. That's the main point. That's the takeaway from that. So we're looking at that structure to the upside. So just before I leave this chart and move on to the hourly and so on, if the 29.20 here becomes the retested resistance here, then there's a problem at that point, and it's possibly that we can come down further than that. But as it stands, this particular pattern here appears to be corrective. This is impulsive here in terms of 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here, an A wave here, B wave here, and this looks like 5 waves coming down through here. So yeah, we should push up from that point, but if it, like I said, if it comes to the resistance, then we're in strife at that point there. So just going to the hourly chart now, I'm working out. So yeah, from wave 4 here, looking at 1 and 2 here, and 3, A, B, C for 4 here, and then of course up for 1 here, back for 2 here, and looking for the third wave up here, and fourth and fifth wave to here. But like I said, it's be a bit unusual if we fall short from here. I mean, it's not impossible, but it normally would see, well, what I normally find, if I can go to the 4-hour chart here, well, even I'll just go to the daily chart first. What I normally find with the trading levels, and in this case here it failed, so there's still a lot of pressure on it to fail here, but normally when we're going from, say, a wave 3 here and a wave 4 coming back here, then it's yeah, well, I suppose so. It's normally the wave 3, well, yeah, normally the wave 3 would come to the previous high here, and that's what makes the wave 4 come into play here. But also too, I know with the levels is that when a market comes up, it normally comes to wave 3. It normally hits on the level, on a major level, and then has its correction. But still, it didn't do it here, so it may not do it here. But it's normally the case that it'll be pulled up to that. So, yeah, just have to keep a bit of an eye on that. But this is the other point here that I wanted to make here too, with that reaching the 3,000 here. It's quite clear that we've got like wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and this being the third wave here, but I've already got the fourth wave in through here, but it just doesn't look like it, does it? So maybe we do, after we get that little next high in here, we do get this here and this little move up here. If I go back to the 4-hour chart, just something's not quite right here. I just can't put my finger on it. So one of the things here is that we've got this as wave 1 here, and this is an A and a B and a C here for wave 2. But on the Nasdaq, it's not like that. On the Nasdaq, it's, if I can move that here to here, and then this over to here, on the Nasdaq, this would be the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave. So I'm wondering if I've made a mistake in this little area through here, because the other point here too to take on board is that this move up here for wave 1, and if this is an A and a B and a C here back for wave 2, not making a new low here, it made a new low on the Nasdaq though, as wave 2 here, then it would change this count here. This move back down here to an ABC is quite significant in compared to this trend here. That's what I'm trying to say. Where this wave 3 and 4 here, it's just really small. It's just not quite right. So I'm wondering if we're going to get something where this is all up for wave 1 here, for instance, and this is all part of a third wave here. I just can't get my head around that we're not going to be pulled up. We're coming that close to it, but not being pulled up to it. So yeah, there's something a little bit wrong here. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to, if I'm right here and we get 5 little waves up here, then you'll need to exit at the say the 50 here, and I'll just have to observe this here as such, because I still think that we can still push up there further. I won't look at the Nasdaq, but I'll look at Amazon. So when I look at Amazon here, we've got wave 3 up here, an A and a B and a C here for wave 4. And in this case here, it's quite simple. We've got 5 waves up here, and then an A wave here, a B wave over here, and a C wave here for wave 2. So this is not finished up here. You know, this is way behind the 8 ball here, unless we've got something that's going to give us a different pattern here, where I don't think it's the case, where we have an A wave here and a B wave over here and a C wave over here. I don't think that's the case, not looking at Google anyway. Google's already made a new high above here. So yeah, this trend is not finished. We're not even at the third wave yet here. And this structure here is not quite complete as well. I mean, this is, if I just go straight to the hourly chart here. So from wave 1 here, an A and a B and a C for B wave and C wave for wave 2 here. That's cool. Wave 1 and 2 here, and this is the same situation. This little pattern here is the same situation we're just looking at with the SP 500 as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and going up for 5 here. But in this case here, I've got it as wave 3 here. And I mean, this might sound a little bit strange, but as I mentioned with the Australian market the other day, this is still in the Australian, this is a wave 3 that we're looking for in the Australian market as well. So something not quite right about the S&P 500. So yeah, so anyway, this should, you know, Amazon should push up. This little ABC may not be finished here, but it won't go that much further, and push up further in here. So yeah, look, I just wanted to share something with this little trend here for the S&P 500 that I'm not quite clear about, on something wrong somewhere, and I just can't put my finger on it, because this wave 3 here at least should be touching on this 3,000 here. So we'll just have to see. We'll climb up and we'll see if we'll get support on the 2950 area here as well. So let's just see if this little structure here, 1 and 2 here, and I mean if I had my own count with this would be wave 1 here and 2 here and 3 here, and this blue wave 4 would be into this space here. That's my first glimpse at it, but the cash market doesn't line up like that, so I can't do that. But that could also give us an extra wave to the upside. So this wave 4 here up through here to wave 5 here, we're looking for the 5-wave structure here. Let's just allow that to play out, and let's just see if this 2950 here becomes the support here. And the normal case will be the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and some type of corrective pattern here, and then support gaining on here, and then moving up. It needs to migrate from being resistance to support. So let's just see if we get that. We can go along from there again. But if you're trading up, then this is the first level, and then 65, group 2 here, 65, 72, and 80 here. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But we should see Friday and Monday push higher, unless this 2920 here becomes the retested resistance. Then at that point there would be something wrong there at that stage, and perhaps this wave 3 here coming down here would be the A wave here, a B wave in here, which I can see that could occur here. But on the cash market, that little move here is in 5 waves. It's very clear that it's in 5 waves here. So yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, cheers.